So last October, nude photos of you and private text messages were leaked online, and you were exposed for having a relationship with your husband and a younger female staffer on your congressional campaign. Okay, so those are the facts. So, two questions. How did you react when that happened? That must have been painful. And were these photos taken with or without your consent?
Well, first, the photos were taken without my consent,
Okay.
without my knowledge even. And then, of course, they were put out there without my consent. And when it comes to the reaction that you have, it's very difficult to describe. It's not only does your gut fall out of the bottom of you, but you feel like something has been fundamentally ripped away that you'll never get back. This level of privacy, of intimate privacy, that now the entire world has seen, and that never changes. That never goes away.
How did you first find out?
I had. We were hearing rumblings that there were photos out there, and I honestly did not think that a publication would actually do that, would actually post them.
Do you think that was naive now?
Probably, yeah. But I also honestly didn't think that my husband would do that. If not for me, then for the other person involved. So, but yeah, he did, and it was an incredibly difficult thing to reconcile, to recover from, and I would not say that I have fully recovered from it, but finding a way to move forward is something that's really important to me.
Well, you and your husband are currently going through a divorce, and you had been together since you were 16.
I was 16 and he was 20.
He was 20. You say that he leaked them out of revenge. Why did he want revenge?
Yeah.
So I had tried to leave in October. Our relationship had gotten increasingly toxic. I was afraid for my safety, and I left in October of right before the election. And you know how bad it has to be for me to plan an exit right before the election. And so I did. My mom had to help. I moved in with my mom. Even my campaign manager ended up helping, and so I was away. During that time, he had a complete meltdown, and he told not only me but many other people involved that if I left him, he would ruin me. So at the time, the election is coming up, the November election's coming up, and I felt like I just couldn't risk it. I couldn't deal with whatever he meant by that, and so I ended up moving back in. But from that point forward, I knew I couldn't stay with him for the long run, but I'd just started my job as a member of Congress, and planning, like I think with any victim of in an abusive relationship, has that process of actually leaving is very difficult. So when I finally did, he made good on his promise.
Did you know what he meant by ruin you?
I think I had a feeling. Yeah, I had a feeling, because listen, when the relationship started, and it's wrong, right? It's wrong that it started in the first place.
Which one?
The one with my...
The ménage à trois. That one. Is that the one you're referring
Yes,
to?
that's the one I'm referring to.
She loves to speak French. It's her thing.
Well, I mean, that's the part that's
Like Morticia.
Titillating
So
to
you
the
thought he
press.
would either send the pictures out or tell people about it?
I really didn't think that he would send the pictures out because of, out of respect for her, not for me, so...
Sunday, you have a legal note before we go on.
Oh, okay. Representatives for your estranged husband, Kenny Heslop, told ABC News he denies the allegations. Quote, Ms. Hill has made no allegations of abuse in her petition for dissolution. Mr. Heslop denies any allegations of abuse or wrongdoing outright. The parties are currently in the process of negotiating an amicable settlement.
Yeah, I'd love to respond to that really quick, because once I saw that response yesterday, a couple things. The first is that he actually filed the petition for dissolution. So, no, I have not made any allegations of abuse. And also, California is a no-fault state. You don't have to make any allegations of anything. So why would I have wanted to open that up when it wasn't, it wasn't germane to anything? And this was, mind you, back in June. I left in June, for real. And so, of course, there was no claims of that in my non-existent petition for dissolution. And then the second piece about it being an amicable attempt at resolution, I have been trying since day one to resolve this without using, crazy attorney's fees and going through the horrible process, that everyone's become more and more familiar with from a marriage story if they haven't gone through it themselves. But it's it certainly has not been amicable. And trying to come to some kind of a resolution on it is far different than it being amicable. So.